Right, let's put the hedgehog of truth in place. Hello. Hello, my darlings. It's so nice to be with you.
Deliver the, I'm going to call it the tasticles.
The tasticles, I quite like that.
Yes.
That's rather good. Thanks so much.
And I'm just going to quick fag.
Dum da dum da dum, Inspector Gadget. Dum da dum da dum, dum dum. Dum da dum da dum, Inspector Gadget. Starlight, look at my dog. Right. Let's go and get some food. Introducing Captain Mustard.
Okay, you're recording already. What's the point?
And today's special co-star, Johnny No Scoops.
Yay!
Now you need to sit at that end.
And of course, no, this is my end.
No, yeah, but Johnny doesn't talk as loudly as you do.
And of course,
I can try.
you all know
I
me.
can try.
That's more like
I
it.
can project.
Yes, you have
I shall
to.
channel my inner Simon Callow.
That sounds unbelievably excellent.
Oh, you'd struggle to eat if you actually had Simon Callow inside you.
Oh, that's good.
Here we go, my lovelies. Here we go. Now, this is going to be absolutely splendid.
Green stuff with a pretty blue bow.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, darlings. You know that I'm always honest with you. Well, you already know we've been to Istanblue.
I presume that one's yours.
I presume this one's mine.
KBD. And that,
Oh, yes.
That one can be yours. Look, a plastic fork if you want it.
I have no idea what it is.
It's a plastic fork.
I know that's a plastic fork, but I have no idea what is contained within this container.
I don't know why they've provided 3 forks when there's only 4 forks when there's only 3 of us.
Maybe one is a spare in case of a fork mishap.
Yeah, if you see, Johnny's completely
Say it.
well out of
Whatever
sight.
insult it's going to be.
No,
oh,
no.
I thought you were going to say he's a complete waste of space or something.
When I make videos, I try and get things in shot.
When I did it, I'm just better than everybody
I'm
else.
completely obscured by this gigantic head.
Yeah,
Oh my word.
there's a loads there.
There's loads there. Yeah.
There's loads there. Always too much for me. That's why I don't have it anymore.
Well, there's not too much for me. That's
There's
why I
not too
do
much
it.
for mustard. Oh, shitty bollocks. I would like one piece though.
So there's chips under there.
Yeah.
May I please have one piece of somebody's kebab?
You may have a piece of mine.
Thank you so much. Oh, didn't want that
The
big
biggest piece.
Hold, grab the button. I need one half of that.
Oh, that looks like a perfect half.
Yum yum yum.
It's not a race pork.
No, it really is. It is when I start eating.
Well, you're getting hungry.
Chili sauce.
No.
Whole lot.
Throwing it all over the bloody place. Oh, that's what you do.
That is the way.
Unaccustomed as I am to.
Chili sauce, all on. Oh yes, baby.
And you have yogurt sauce there, which
Lovely.
is white in colour. And the green stuff is a medium minty sauce, which
Nice.
probably...
Oh, shall I do the
There's
honours?
such a thing as salt.
Yeah, there definitely is. We haven't got any, but there is a.
You won't need any.
Are you sure?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Thank you. Almighty FSM, we thank you for the gifts of boobs, booze, pottering, and food such as the lovely meal we're about to eat. Thank you. Take care.
bye. Yeah. this one contains yogurt
Mm-hmm.
and chilli, which means that neither of you are going to like it.
That's right.
Definitely needs more salt. Chips do anyway. Tell them.
Welcome to this week's edition of MasterChef.
Nice.
Do you find the intrusion of a cock while you're eating unpleasant?
No?
Oh, actual cock.
Yeah. Well, do you think I was being rude?
You not noticed it before?
Now you come to mention it, you have commented on it. I don't think I've heard it while I've been here.
The farmer's always got his cock out.
Yeah.
It sounds
oh.
like a comedy cock to me. It doesn't sound... Sounds like somebody pretending to be a cock.
Oh, I mean, you really would have to be the most determined person to do cock impressions all day. Maybe it's a recording
Oh, yeah.
with a very good loudspeaker.
Splendid. Right, well, I'm going to enjoy this very much. What should we talk about over lunch? That is delicious. What do we think about the recent situation in Russia?
How recent do you mean?
Day before yesterday.
Because I've been completely and utterly
Oh,
useless for
yeah.
the last at least 8 days. Haven't heard any news.
We should
whatsoever.
point out that our friend Johnny here literally returned in the wee small hours from a week in Ireland.
That's correct.
You know what happened there?
No.
Oh.
Genuinely don't know. It was kind of nice to be off the radar.
Well, the biggest mercenary force that have been fighting on the Russian side, the Wagner group, they rebelled
Oh.
and took over 2 major cities, the major military hub, and then started marching on Moscow,
Oh my
demanding the downfall of the government. And the Russians were out in the street cheering them on.
There you go. That's major.
Putin allegedly ran away. His personal plane was spotted on radar leaving. And then just as it was, looked as if it was really starting to get exciting and they were approaching Moscow, they turned around and went back. Apparently some deal was done with Belarus. The leader is in exile now in Belarus. The troops are not going to be facing criminal charges.
There's quite a lot to take in.
But the experts are saying that this is now the end for Putin, that he can't survive this. It'll be really good for Ukrainian troops. What's it?
Morale.
That's the one.
What else has happened in the world since I've been gone, apart from crashing and buying of NGTFs and things?
You didn't bet.
Oh, a submersible
A submersible.
imploded.
Oh,
Oh gosh, you really was.
I've noticed certain that on when I was just whizzing through YouTube. I didn't watch any YouTube videos, but quite a lot of them had a picture of a submersible next to them for some reason. I thought, oh,
Cashing
something in
in.
the news about submersibles. What on earth could that be? So
There-
do Do fill me in, Boaty.
There's a submersible, or there was a submersible called Titan, and that was used as a vehicle for the public to be taken 2 miles down to view the remains of the Titanic. Now, there were 5 people on this particular journey, including the guy who owned the company, and a billionaire, British billionaire, and his son, and they lost contact with the submersible, and it had like whatever it was, 2 days worth of oxygen on board, and there was a frantic search, and they didn't find it, and then the oxygen would have run out, and then they did find it eventually after 4 days or whatever it was, and it had imploded. And then there have been a lot of questions asked because emails have come to light where one of the experts in the field was urging the company not to use the submersible because it hadn't been tested, it hadn't passed any sort of independent inspection, and he was told in no uncertain terms that this was just an accident that would happen and lives would be lost. And his reply to the emails was to say, I'm fed up with people like you just trying to put obstacles in the way of entrepreneurship and whatnot, and you can just sod off. And the chap who wrote that email is now dead at the bottom of the sea. Philip Schofield has come out as straight and is now officially in a relationship with Holly Willoughby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's back on this morning, and they're getting married, and they're going to be hosting it as man and wife.
Are they?
I smell something.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Not quite right there.
What else has happened? Let's think. Furious driving Matt has got the UK's oldest Fiat Punto.
Oh, well, now that's news.
That's true as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Somebody's car alarm is going off.
Probably yours.
Could be. What else?
Does your car alarm do going off?
Well, never has before. Oh, and Matt's Rover 45 is really, not 45, 400 Tourer
420. Yeah.
is really, 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 really rotten. He's had enough of it and he's selling it.
I don't think I'll be buying it. No, my 420 GSI Tourer phase is now officially over.
Is it?
Yeah.
Rob of Beards and Bangers is selling all of his cars.
What? Well, I've got rather a lot. Not all of them.
Most of them.
Is he giving any
Indication as to why?
Oh, he's got rather a lot and nowhere to put them, I suppose.
and will he be giving out his ZT260 in a raffle to his channel members?
No, he will be selling it to somebody with the money to pay for it.
That'll be me.
Simon of Project MGTB, and I got that wrong on purpose, has got a Rover 216 SI as a project.
And how many cars has he got?
1, 2, 3, 4 now.
Right. And what are you down to?
Although I get the impression that it's a joint project with his dad. What am I down to? I'm down to 7, I think.
Oh, right, you're buying little sports cars, don't you?
Oh, I wasn't counting that.
Oh. Okay.
No, you can't count those.
You got 7. I thought you'd sold half of them.
No. Just because you don't see them.
What else has happened in YouTube news? trying to think.
It's not news.
Hubner.
Let's talk about football.
Hubner is in Wales.
And long may he stay there. Oops.
Right, Ian. He's one of these people. We're doing our best to support you here.
I've been a long-term follower.
Who else do we watch?
I watched JM.
Oh,
Has he been doing anything that doesn't involve cars that are far too expensive and fast?
haven't seen any of his recent ones.
This is a lot of meat.
You're doing alright with it though.
I'm smaller than you.
That's going to fill you up for the rest of the day.
Oh well.
Whereas I will be hungry in an hour.
At this rate, I'm not going to be hungry till tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm going to do one of those really boring cliche questions. If you were to only have one car, Mr. Boaty, what would it be?
Range Rover.
We haven't got that though.
Well, we don't have to. It can be any car. It doesn't have to be one you already have.
Oh.
Your ultimate car. So it's got to be realistic as well.
Do you enjoy do you enjoy being sat at the side of the road waiting for recovery?
No, I hate that.
You know, you have these stats that tell you how long you spend on the toilets or in traffic jams and stuff like that. What should be included there is how long Range Rover drivers spend waiting for recovery.
Okay, I've got a question, and this is for both of you. If you had to, now it has to be a channel that you're currently subscribed to, but if you were forced to have one of the YouTube channels that you currently subscribe to automatically flash up onto your phone and you can't turn it off, them live every time they go to the lavatory, which one would you pick?
No, it would have to be yours because you don't give a shit.
Ah,
Well, you're saying it's constipated?
Something like that.
who would you choose?
Can't choose your own.
You didn't say that. You didn't say
no.
you couldn't choose your own.
I said you have to be subscribed to it, and you can't subscribe to your own channel.
Dan's Bangers.
Oh, good. Are you subscribed?
Oh, no, not yet.
Ah,
Yeah, caught me out. I was just going to say that that would do because I don't know him. I don't know his videos.
they're
It would give
brilliant.
me the opportunity to see someone I don't know where I don't have a choice.
Right.
Is that the guy who? Oh, I'm just trying to think. 'Cause I'm not. I don't think I am. I'm subscribed to too many things.
Should we do a Dan's Bangers theme tune in a bit?
Okay. I love
Does
dance
he swear?
bangers.
Does he swear a lot and just basically trash diss every car that he?
I've
has?
never heard him swear once,
No, I can't be in then.
and I don't imagine that he ever does.
I'm thinking of someone else then.
He's not a sweary type of person. He's lovely. So who are you going for? Who do you want live streamed onto your phone in full, glorious, high quality Technicolor every time they visit the lavatory.
Might as well be Simon then.
Really? Why?
Well, I just like Simon. So, I don't find him offensive.
Well, you might have.
Who knows what he gets up to on the lavatory?
Well, we'll soon find out. The thing is, he'll probably get up to a bit less if he knows he's being watched.
Okay, well.
How the bloody hell have you done that?
Thank you for your answer.
On what?
Eating all your food before me.
I know, I'm only little. And you
He
started.
hasn't eaten his salad.
You started before me as well. Yeah, but that's, I mean, that doesn't count, does it? Look, I mean, that's just.
Eat it.
Takes time.
Eat it.
No. I'm a grown up now. I don't have to eat my greens.
Salad is the best bit. Shall I answer my own question?
Yeah, go on.
Do.
Eleanor Grace Diaries.
Presumably, you'd like to explain why.
Well, I'm a little bit in love with her,
Oh, is she an attractive lady?
and I will get
Obviously.
to see her front bottom. Possibly.
Yeah, well, that gives a new meaning to live stream, doesn't it?
Oh, very good. I do plan to do a live stream one day. I almost did one in the bath once.
I shall undoubtedly miss it.
Boaty on the bug.
I'm afraid I'm not very good at attending live streams. It's like, and every time I go on one of yours, it's like, I'm going now. Bye. And I think that's because I always think, I know, I'll see if there's a live stream.
And then you start and you get bored, so you switch off.
And no, because my wife's gone to bed, and it's like, yeah, and then that's about the time everyone stops.
That's when she switches the internet off.
Well, it's not allowed in our house. I try and do that. Okay. I have well, he's not a teenage son anymore, but I have a youngster in the house.
Do you share the bed with
Cannot
your wife?
survive. I do indeed, strangely enough.
Oh. Is that your
Doing
choice?
things. Yes.
Just yours.
And hers, I believe. And I share it with a dog and several cats. So,
Do you have another bedroom?
no, not that. There is another bedroom in the house, but it is occupied by my lanky 20-year-old son.
Why are you asking me that question?
Well, because it seems to be considered the norm these days to share a bed with your spouse. Whereas historically, that was only ever a working class thing.
Yeah.
No decent people would dream of it.
No.
It was only ever done because there was no room to do otherwise. Yeah. And so I would find it entirely natural that Mustard would share a bed with his wife. But you've got that element of class about you that Mustard, sadly lacks.
Sure, it's pure masquerading. I'm as common as muck.
You don't sound common as muck.
No, that's because I sound a bit southern sometimes, and people sort of north of Watford Gap seem to conflate southern with posh.
You sound educated. Where are you from then? Where were you born?
Well, I was born in a little town called Rintel in West Germany, because my father was a squaddy. He was from... where was he from? He was from Portsmouth.
Now, I'm not going to say anything about people born in Germany, but Poland, you might want to prepare yourself.
Yes, well, I was born on a British Army base.
Right.
In West Germany.
Where were you brunged up?
I was brunged up partly in Hampshire, near Portsmouth, and then in bits of Cumbria, and then in Lancaster. And by which time I moved from Lancaster when I was 18, and then been all over the place. Lived in London, Bristol, Warwickshire, Suffolk.
Who do you feel more of an affinity with? Jeremy Clarkson or Joseph Lloyd?
Simple enough question.
Feel an affinity with? Now, that's a very odd way of putting it. Is it a way of saying who do you like more? Or
No.
No, who do I feel an affinity with?
Who do you feel that sense of shared?
Probably Jezza.
Really?
Well, I've met Joseph and he's very nice.
Did you hold him in an embrace?
I did not do that. I think it would have been spurned, probably.
There's a way around that.
No.
So,
But neither.
yeah, so basically, you have a rather neutral accent because you haven't sort of stayed in one place
Well,
for
it
a
depends on.
great deal of the time.
No, and I'm a bit of a chameleon as well.
Well, you say comedian.
You've never made me laugh.
A chameleon. So I do. If I'm with anybody for a certain amount of time, I will kind of start adopting their accent. And I used to do that when I was a kid, and I had a Welsh friend, Jeremy Thomas.
Oh yeah, no.
And when he used to come round for tea, and by the end of the evening, I was. Well, I'm not going to do it now in front of a true Welshman, but
Shit. Got him broken it.
Shit, said the king.
yeah, but look, you just.
And 100,000 arses heaved and strained.
Did you know?
For the king's word was law.
you just
Stop that,
no,
said the queen. And 100,000 embryonic turds were nipped in the bud.
I was thinking of.
Fuck me, said the princess. And 100,000 good men were killed in the rush. Sorry, do continue. Johnny, would you be so kind as to offer up the bag of detritus?
The bag of
Which is down to your left hand.
Oh, what about the yeah?
We've got one on the go.
Yes, we should.
The
fill that one
must
up.
see what's in the. Oh, strange objects in there. Dare I delve?
No, don't do that. You don't. I don't know what. Why has he put his hand in there?
I've got
Why is
no
that in
idea.
the bag of detritus?
Well, what do you think?
Well, it fell off our home.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be in the bag of detritus. It should be around a big gold chain round your neck.
Oh, yeah.
Surely.
And I should be performing stutter rap.
Indeed.
I reckon you should stick it on your forehead.
Right. I reckon
Or
you
you
should stick it up your nose.
Or you could stick it on the front of one of your MGs.
Oh, I suppose if you had a
Confuse
Honda,
everyone.
if you had a Honda, you could do that, couldn't you? You
Yeah.
could be the Japanese hologram.
Yeah. Right. Can I have the VW badge? This is a bag of detritus.
If you want the VW badge,
Yeah.
you should take it.
There's a mirror in there as well
I
if you
could
fancy
play
that.
tricks on people with it. I don't know what tricks, but sorry. I'm just going to be able to do that on the camera, right? There you go. Yeah, that's
Salad.
actually wrong.
Okay. Oh,
Overrated.
right. Yes, here we go. It's truth time. The hedgehog of truth has come out.
Truth. I wasn't warned about this.
No.
Right. In this feature, then
Elephant Spock.
we take it in turns to take hold of the hedgehog of truth. Now, when you are holding the hedgehog of truth, you cannot in any way tell a lie or a half-truth or anything of that nature.
Even though there's no way of proving
You are the
otherwise.
one person I wouldn't play this game with.
Why?
Just don't then.
There you go. That was. I'm just telling the truth.
Would you like to begin?
Yeah. Well, right. Hang on.
Right. No. Would you like to ask me a question?
Ask you a question.
No, ask. But mustard is
mustard
holding the hedgehog of
question.
truth. You are the guest, so we should.
Oh.
I should at least offer you first opportunity.
I'm being mesmerised by the hedgehog of truth. He's got quite the look. It's quite piercing.
Oh, when he looks.
He's looking deep into my soul.
He
and
d-
can't come
I
up with a
said
question.
exactly that last Monday.
That's
It
why he is the
It's
hedgehog
kind
of truth.
It's sideways.
Because you cannot actually deceive it.
You cannot lie.
No.
You cannot lie.
It just wouldn't
You cannot
work.
lie. thing is, I'm crap at these things. I can't think of questions. I'd have been a novelist like my wife. I could do that kind of stuff.
Well, you have to pass the question on to Boaty then.
So he gets
It
2.
will come up with something.
He gets 2.
No, he only gets 1.
Okay. Have you ever
Give me time.
been, to any extent, unfaithful when in some form of relationship?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Oh shit! I've done.
And
Yes.
have you ever furdled when you were single? Have you ever furdled with somebody who wasn't single?
No.
Okay, well, tell us about the first one. And you are holding the hedgehog of truth. I have to remind you of that.
Yes, indeed I am. This hedgehog reminds me of one of those comma vans. It's just popped into my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come about.
Can you see it?
Maybe
No.
on that way. I can usually see these things. I'm struggling.
I can't remember the
I
story.
can see nothing but a hedgehog of truth.
I can't remember the story.
Well, that's boring. Pass the hedgehog.
Oh my word.
Over to you.
Have you ever?
Is it ticklish?
That'd make a great profile picture.
Is it ticklish?
Have you ever tickled a real hedgehog?
I have indeed tickled a real hedgehog.
That was easy, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yes. I have. They are ticklish.
Right, we'll pass the hedgehog.
There you go.
And now it's my turn. Have you
Pull my hair!
have
Pull
you
my
ever
hair!
been called a sex pest?
Yeah, I was called one yesterday.
Why?
Sonia accused me of stalking her
Sonia?
because I'd been watching. She started making videos for her business Facebook page,
And you've been watching them all.
and I've been watching them. Not that I'm remotely interested in her. Oh, sorry. Not that I'm remotely interested in her business. I just enjoyed looking at her face and imagined seeing it whilst administering a podgering, or imagined seeing it first thing in the morning when it was bringing me a bacon sandwich.
And does she know
Which
this?
is very unlikely because she's a vegetalist.
Does she know this?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're not going to find out anything exciting here, then, is she not?
No, well, nothing that she didn't know already.
Oh gosh.
And I'm sure there are lots of her. What is a sex pest exactly?
Well, I suppose somebody who irritates another person by either administering sex or not administering it, or talking about it, or just
Pestering them for it.
pestering.
Oh, my
for it.
wife. My wife would have called me that.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
Yeah. And her friend.
I never did a friend. Pass the hedgehog.
That sounded like the gate.
Have you ever knowingly sold a car that had a fault that you didn't disclose?
Yes.
Now we're finding out. Now we're finding out the true nature of this man.
But nothing serious. Because
Oh no! Well, now you're trying to mitigate it.
I am, yeah. When you get an old car, there's always going to be a variety of things that are wrong with it, and
Can't list them all, can you?
you can't. Well, you could, but then you'll find there's still something that you haven't, even down to I don't know, a bit of stitching coming undone.
I was thinking about something a little bit more serious.
Like what?
Well, something that you knew was Oh, I don't know. Yeah, something like.
I know where he's going with this. The answer is no.
Something like a head gasket.
Yeah, no, the answer is definitely not.
What's it all about? Albert. Right, thank you, Pastor Hedgehog.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Oh,
Well,
then
good idea.
I shall.
Put the fork back on his head.
Don't put it on his head. Put it in his little paw.
But he doesn't carry it like that.
What's the most unpleasant thing you've ever woken up in a pool of?
Specifically woken up.
Yeah, there you were. You thought you were nice and asleep and everything.
I can answer
there
that.
You were.
I can totally answer that. Now, you'd think that I would say urine. You'd think that I might say urine because
No, I was thinking worse.
my second fiance was a wetter for a period. Or you'd think I might say vomit because on the night of the red wine, I did indeed wake up in a pool of Chinese madam's vomit.
Right.
But no, the most unpleasant thing I've ever woken up in a pool of.
I know what it is.
Go on.
David Williams' spunk.
That was just a dream you had. I woke up in a very unpleasant pool of kebab.
A pool of kebab.
What happened was, me and Mel, my business partner, we bought the entertainment agency that we used to work with. Our promotions company did very well, and we bought out the agency, big agency. Did stuff like the Ryder Cup at the Belfry and all of that sort of big sort of entertainment. And to celebrate, we went for a night out in Blackpool, and we started out at a gay pub called, very famous gay pub called the Flying Handbag. And we spent all of the evening in there until such time as we went clubbing and went to a very gay nightclub called the Pink Flamingo. Had a great night. Now, I booked us into the most expensive hotel in Blackpool. Can't remember what it was called, but it's the one on the North Shore where the Conservatives stay when they have their do.
Oh, interesting.
So, fabulously expensive hotel.
Could you go into a bit more detail?
Yeah, absolutely. The hotel is situated immediately south of the North Pier. And so when we came out of the Pink Flamingo at chucking out time, whatever time it was, 4 o'clock in the morning, we were very, very drunk indeed. So drunk that, quite honestly, driving was difficult. But I managed it. And we went to a kebab shop somewhere in the back streets and took a kebab back to the hotel. Now,
Crispy white linen sheets.
yeah,
Right.
but the kind of sheets, the bed was made in a way that the sheets and bedding were totally flat on the bed. Do you know what I mean? When they're all properly tucked in and it's made so that it's totally flat. Pristine, expensive white linen. Looked fabulous. Now, the problem with that is you need to go around the whole bed and untuck it to make it usable, right? I was so pissed, I didn't. I just climbed in and you're like entombed like that.
Yeah.
Now, I've got no memory of what happened. All I know is that I must have bought an extra large kebab prior to driving back to the hotel. And I woke up entombed as if I'd been mummified in this bed that was like constraining me. And I was just literally head to toe in kebab. There was kebab like everywhere. I was a walking kebab, and I had to go to the ensuite and shower the kebab off me.
Lovely.
Right, shower the kebab off you.
Yeah, because it was
Just
everywhere.
pick bits off.
Oh no! I mean, it was everywhere, and it was all in. I slept naked.
It was in
and
crevices.
It was in all the
But if
crevices.
you was drunk enough,
I mean,
you had every excuse.
Some of
to
the
just
meat had actually
pop-
crept up my arse.
You had
I
every
actually
excuse to
crapped
just
out a
pop
bit of
out,
kebab.
find a local doggy to eat it all off of you.
Sure
What,
you
did
found
you want me to
somebody
walk naked through this stupidly expensive hotel?
I'm sure you could have called somebody locally to come and graze it off.
I was in
You should
Blackpool, I
have run
didn't know anybody,
concierge
lovely.
and say, nurse!
That was my favourite story of Billy Conley's. When he was in, he had a thing for Vegemite. Not Marmite, Vegemite. Has to be Vegemite. And his favourite breakfast is, or was, just bread and butter with Vegemite on it. And that was, wherever he was, that was his favourite hotel. And he was in a stupidly posh hotel in London. And he had the penthouse bit. I can't remember who had that. And it was like in two halves. There were two penthouses. He had one, and somebody famous had the other one. And they had a shared butler. Right? And he made himself his favourite breakfast in bed. Vegemite on bread and butter. And he dropped the bread and butter with Vegemite onto the pristine white sheet, where it left a Vegemite coloured stain. Now Vegemite is, of course, very brown.
It is.
And he dropped it just in the wrong place, and it looked awful. And he tried to rub it and clean it up a bit, and that just made it look worse.
Yeah.
And so he sort of stood by the bed wondering what to do. And at that moment, the butler walks in and begins butling. And he said, you're out of bed, sir. I'll just turn back your sheet. Oh. And Conley said, oh, no, it's not what you think. Don't worry. No, sir, that's fine. I'll take care of it. And Conley said, I'm not having it. He said, right, no, I can't ask you to do that. I will take care of it. Stand aside. And just went...
Cup of tea?
I was just about to say, did somebody say the word kettle?
Right, it looks like that is about it. We will return the Hedgehog of Truth to his home area of reservation and preservation.
Lightly.
You did indeed. And thank you all for watching, and do be sure to tune in the next time that Mustard and Boaty, possibly with another guest, do lunch.
Happy seal.
I'd do exactly the same if I was you. Let him finish his clap.
My favourite photo is me sitting on the potty doing exactly that. That's still my LinkedIn photo.
Got a picture of my wife doing that exactly.